Honestly, what do you expect at this point? Transformers: The Last Night is directed by Michael Bay and stars Mark Wahlberg, Laura Haddock, Anthony Hopkins, and Josh Duhamel. And Michael Bay, he did it again. He got me so interested in a Transformer movie with the trailer. I enjoyed all the trailers from this film, even though I should have known this was coming. It happened with 2, with 3, and 4. Just my love for the first film has me always looking forward to these Transformers movies, and every time they just leave me disappointed because it's everything we've expected from these films if you've seen any of them, and it's just terrible writing with forced exposition in almost every scene. And it's just so bad, it's so bad. But I'm already starting off with a lot of negatives about the film, and there are a lot more to come, trust me. But there were some things I did enjoy. Like most Michael Bay films, it is a technically well-made film. It's shot really well. The visual effects are outstanding. The sound design and the sound mixing are great. You'll probably see it nominated for some Oscars for that category like they usually are. And the set design was really cool as well. And there were some fun action scenes to see. They usually with Michael Bay, he does the shaky camera, you can't really tell, and to counteract that, he used a lot more slow-mo in this movie than he usually does. Like, he uses a lot of slow-mo, but he seemed like he turned that up so much more, which was kind of annoying at points, but at least you can actually see the action during this film. And there is only one terrible product placement in this film. That is an improvement for Transformers. In 4, there is so many bad ones. Mark Wahlberg crashed the ship and then used the ship to open up Bud Light, and then, of course, the terrible one with the pill by Dre or whatever, the Beats thing. But this one, there's only one really bad one. He just gets a Transformer to get him a Bud Light beer at one point, so moving in the right direction. And I just want to go into a little about Anthony Hopkins' character because I honestly think he might have went insane filming this movie. His character is so weird and looks nothing like the character they showed in the trailers, but it is so entertaining to watch because he just like mumbles at some points, which is such a perfect metaphor for the franchise at whole, just mumbling mess spewing through scenes and scenes. But it was just so entertaining to watch. And they dragged poor John Turturro back into this film. He's barely in it, but I was like, after he didn't come back, after the second one, I believe, it was like, good, he's a great actor, get him out of this franchise, and just see him back, it's like, no, you were gone! They got you out, but they pulled you back in. But it was, I don't want to see him anymore, this film, just for his sake. And the score for the film doesn't match up at all. And it creates a really weird feeling for the tone of the film. There are points where the score is getting like all epic and stuff, and then they're cracking jokes while the score is still going, and it just doesn't feel right at all. And there's even one point in the movie where they make fun of this. They're saying something epic, and then they have one of the characters like playing an organ, and it's like they're making fun of themselves, but then they keep doing it throughout the movie, and it's like, you know you're doing this on purpose. The writing in this film is just so, I don't know how to explain it because it's just so out there. They just use every single character as an exposition machine just to spew stuff out, just explaining everything to the audience, every little detail. They don't let the audience figure anything out for themselves. And then they just forget things that they're writing. One scene is an action scene that takes place in a small town, and then all of a sudden Mark Wahlberg is on these really tall skyscraper buildings, and then then a few seconds later he's back in the small town, and then it's like all of a sudden you see in the corner that there's this huge city right next to the small city, and then at one point they introduce a transformer that Anthony Hopkins has, and then the next scene he's gone. Never mentioned again. And it's just outstanding writing, and it doesn't make sense, and they don't know how to write good human characters. Mark Wahlberg, he was a terrible character in 4, and he's terrible again, and the new girl number 5, whatever, and it's just, you don't care about any of the characters. You want them to focus on the Transformers, and they never do. We've been seeing this for 5 movies now, and it's never going to change, and I just don't know why I look forward to these movies, because they just build me up just to tear me down every single time, and I always give them my money. Ugh, I'm the problem. I'm the problem. But obviously, this film is going to make a bajillion dollars in the box office. It's going to make so much overseas in China, which is what it's marketed to, and they're going to keep making more of these films. Michael Bay says he's done directing the Transformers films, but I bet we'll see him back. But if he's not, it will be cool to see if someone could salvage this franchise. From a first film I love so much, and this franchise had so much promise, just to destroy it all, it's just so disappointing to see. So for my final verdict for Transformers: The Last Night, I'm going to give it was terrible. It's what you expect from a Transformers movie. They tricked you again with the trailers like they always trick me going to see it, and it just disappointed on all levels. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I'm Drew. Please hit the like button. Also, subscribe if you want to see some more videos from me. Comment down below if you've seen Transformers last night and what's your thoughts on it. And thanks for watching.